Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he's very explosive. He's very explosive, man.
You see that short wasn't for this nigga.
Sacrifices, discipline, time away from my family. How you gonna be?
To a guy, what's a guy to a non-believer who don't believe in?
You finna see the champ at his goddamn best of the best of the best of the best.
Will he make it out alive? Alright. No church in the wild.
I promise you, none of these niggas gonna beat me. None of them. I'm gonna make an example out of Tio. That's the only thing I love.
Okay.
New York is a problem. Yes, sir. You done put these two killers in the same building. Woo!
This shadow boxing. 14 rounds all together with that. Then myself.
Shakur Stevenson's dedication shows up in the way people talk about his training and the way he operates in the ring. Joe Rogan didn't speak lightly about it. He sounded like someone watching a fighter who fully understands every movement he makes. The defense, the control, the confidence in his positioning all point to a boxer who has refined his craft and continues to sharpen it at the highest level.
Bitch, I'm up. Field.
Yeah, to the end of the field.
Not
right
to
there.
the cone.
Not to the cone, to the other side of the field, yes.
Okay.
To the end of the other side of the out of bound line. You play football. Come on, you play JV.
Then you come back to the
Looking
cone.
great. Breathing is good. He's handling the load good. Got a nice spring. He got a good spring and good push. Good first step. I like where we are. And we still got a mud, baby.
Joe Rogan gave Shakur real respect when breaking down his defense and preparation. The first thing that stood out to him was Shakur's Philly shell, saying he hasn't seen it executed that cleanly since Floyd Mayweather, and that's not a casual comparison. Joe kept emphasizing how relaxed Shakur looks when punches are flying at him, like he's completely at home in danger. He even pointed to a specific fight where Shakur deliberately stayed in the pocket while his opponent tried to pressure and walk him down. Instead of circling away like people expect, Shakur planted his feet, and Joe was clear that wasn't fear or hesitation. It was intention. Shakur wanted to make a statement, to prove he's not running from anyone, that he can stand right in front of you and still dictate the entire fight.
Best Philly shell since Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
His defense was incredible.
Yeah, defense, and he stayed. And that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy. I can't remember his name. Who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah,
he stayed in the pocket.
He also
because
said
people
he's
were
not
calling him a runner before.
Anymore.
He's not a runner. Yeah,
but he said after that fight, I'm not going to fight that way anymore. He said I took too many shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wanted to like put on a show and show everybody he's not just a runner. He could stand in the pocket. Then he's like, why am I doing this? I'll box the shit out of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, he's a silver
I get
medalist,
too.
that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's elite. He's elite.
Yeah.
And just one of the best, like, it's, as far as skill.
What do you think of Crawford? Shakur made it clear this fight with Teofimo was his choice from the very beginning. He didn't fall into it, and he didn't take it because there were no other options. He picked Teofimo deliberately. He knows exactly how skilled, experienced, and dangerous Teofimo is, and that's precisely why he wanted the challenge. Shakur already believes he can win, but he also understands this fight demands growth, both mentally and physically. That's the point. The challenge itself is what drives him.
He set this fight up, and I honestly did it because I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough set, so I'm ready.
Who were some of the other options you had?
Lamont Roach.
That would have been a real good fight, man. But I mean, Teo, he's a bigger name though, so I see why you went with him.
Yeah, bigger name, and also he got the more accolades. He's been undisputed before. He's won belts at 35, won belts at 30, at 40. So he's more accomplished. So I know that would be a better name on my resume.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that this is gonna be a tough fight for you.
I mean, they absolutely right to have their opinion. I already know this guy's good. I done came up in the amateurs with him. I chose this for that reason. Like, I chose this because I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to put myself in a situation to where I'm able to raise my game up to another level. So that was my whole purpose.
Shakur says he approaches every fight with the same mindset: total control. He doesn't want close rounds or scorecard debates after the final bell. His goal is to dominate so clearly that the judges become irrelevant. That edge on his shoulder is always present, and it's not aimed specifically at Teofimo. It's simply who he is every time he steps into the ring.
Do you feel like you got to be real dominant in this fight? Because I mean, Teo, he from New York, and you having a fight in New York and the judges, man. You never know, yo.
He not from New York, but he not from New York. He not from New York. He probably was born in New York, but like being from New York is like I'm raised and I'm brought up in New York, and I known him for years and years, and I always seen him out of Florida. Like that's where he was out of, Florida. So I don't look at him like a fighter that's from New York. So, but do I gotta be dominant? I think every fight that I set up, I want to be dominant. I don't care who in front of me. I want to dominate. I want to beat you to where judges don't feel like they can rob me. So I always got that feeling. I always got that chip on my shoulder.
Shakur didn't shy away from giving his honest view of Teofimo outside the ring either. He feels Teofimo thrives on attention, often crossing lines just to stay in the spotlight. And Shakur believes that kind of behavior always circles back when it's time to fight. To him, the noise, the antics, and the talking mean nothing once the bell rings. In Shakur's mind, January 31st is where all the chatter ends and everything gets settled the only way that matters: inside the ring.
If you do win this fight, what do you think it does for your career?
I think it put me top 5 pound for pound. I think it puts me like one of the best fighters in my era. I think it just established that I'm that guy. Like, I beat one of the 4 kings that they call the 4 kings, and it also depends on the fashion that I do it. So it's gonna be interesting.
But what be going on with this Teo dude though, man? I be seeing these videos online of him making racist comments. You be seeing that, man?
I think he's an attention seeker. So even with the racist comments, even with the homo stuff that he was doing, I think he's just a big attention seeker. He gonna do anything to get attention on him. And
Teofimo didn't stay silent either, addressing rumors that his power has declined at 140 pounds. He strongly disagreed, pointing out that opponents feel his power from the opening bell, and that shapes the way they fight him. Hesitation, doubt, and caution make his punches appear less explosive, but that's a testament to their respect. He explained that his recent opponents have been more careful than aggressive, and their reactions alone prove his power is very much intact.
First time moving up to 140. A lot of these guys can say a lot of things about me not knocking them out or whatnot, but they don't come and try to fight me after they feel this power. So it's for a reason. It carries. It does carry. I mean, I had a good showing with Arnold Barboza. He was #1, my mandatory, and he was too hesitant trying to commit to punches. So I think that...
He almost seemed amused when Shakur was called the clear favorite. Teofimo thrives on doubt, saying that's when he performs at his best. He compared it to moments early in his career, when people said the timing was too soon or the challenge too chaotic. Those were the nights he shined brightest. Being counted out isn't a setback for him. It's fuel, not pressure.
I don't agree with that. I think this is a very tough fight to pick. But for you, right, it seems like every time the odds are stacked against you, every time people are picking against you, whether it's the Lomachenko fight, people said it was too soon for you, or the Josh Taylor fight, when there seemed to be chaos swirling around you in your personal life, and that was one of your best performances. Do you like this position?
That I'm someone that, is all about against all odds. I've been like that since me winning the 2015 U.S. Olympic trials and didn't, have my spot for the Olympic berth and to represent Team USA in 2016 Olympic Games. I think my whole thing's always been that way, so even Richard Comey, when I won my first world title back in 2019 at 22, against the champion himself, a lot of the odds were always against me, and I think that's when I perform my best, and I look forward to doing that.
Teofimo didn't seem fazed by the chatter about friends in boxing, or Crawford being in Shakur's corner. He shrugged it off, saying the only person who fights for Shakur is Shakur himself. He doesn't buy into alliances or group runs in sport. To him, boxing is about standing on your own, handling your business, and proving yourself when it truly counts.
Define the odds, man. Everybody be on that side. I think that they all have like some sort of group plan amongst each other. Even with Keyshawn Davis, they all think that they're going to conquer boxing as friends. I don't think there's friends in this sport. I think Malik Scott would also agree to me on that part. I don't think this should be friends. This is a fight business. It's not about, hey, I want you to conquer this division, I'll conquer that division, we'll all be friends and we'll be champions. This is not the Klitschko brothers era. So whatever Crawford and Shakur want to do, Crawford ain't going to be fighting for Shakur. It'll be Shakur in the ring with Teofimo.
Sean Porter leaned toward this being a tricky style matchup for Shakur, mainly because of how Teofimo moves. He highlighted Teofimo's twitchy athleticism and unpredictable bursts, the kind of movement that can disrupt Shakur's timing, usually his strongest weapon. Sean made it clear that Shakur is elite at reading rhythm, but Teofimo doesn't always hand McLean predictable rhythm to work with.
Pierre said, the twitchiness, that athleticism that Teofimo has is what would give someone like Shakur problems because it throws off his timing.
Yep.
Shakur is flat out amazing. I've watched this kid. He can find anybody's time.
Right.
So if you give him the space with just like feints and stuff like that, he gonna still pick it up and he's still gonna find it. I got a feeling this thing is not gonna be boring and dry.
At the same time, Sean didn't underestimate Shakur. He noted that given even a small opening, Shakur can figure anyone out. Feint alone won't throw him off for long. Sean's take was that this fight won't drag or feel stale, because Teofimo is naturally explosive and always ready to light up the ring.
Because I got a feeling, you're right. By nature, Teofimo is a counterpuncher. He's an explosive counterpuncher. He does not know how to punch. He can't really set it up first the way that he can when somebody's coming at him. We already know Shakur ain't gonna have a lot of offense for him. But at the same time,
Sean really drew the line between them when he talked about their in-ring personalities. Shakur comes across as controlled and precise, a fighter who knows exactly when to move and when to strike. Teofimo, by contrast, is a wild card, unpredictable, capable of turning any moment into chaos with a single explosive action.
I think about it like this. Shakur is an ace of spades, but Teofimo Lopez is a wild card. He's still liable to do anything at any point in time. And I just got a feeling that it's going to be like a Tasmanian, well, like a hyena and a lion, and it's like, is the hyena gonna be able to pounce on the lion enough to get the job done, or is the lion just gonna be able to make his moves, do what he need to do, and snap at him and get him when he want him to? The lion being
Greg Hackett leans toward Shakur taking the win, even while acknowledging just how dangerous Teofimo is when you strip away the hype and look purely at the fighter. Teofimo is fast, explosive, and unpredictable, impossible to ignore. And Hackett admits part of him worries about the constant pressure Teofimo could apply or the moments he might catch Shakur. Still, he picks Shakur by decision, citing his ability to win rounds, manage key moments, and thrive in big fights. Hackett believes Teofimo can't sit back and play a calm, chess-like game, because that would favor Shakur. He needs to be more aggressive than ever, busier, rougher, and willing to throw combinations instead of waiting for one big shot. Mistakes are punished instantly by Shakur, especially when opponents hesitate, and that's why Hackett stays with him. Drop your pick in the comments and tell us how you see it ending.